All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity and still enduring in his truth and striving forward. So this video is pretty much going to be like a testimony of something that happened yesterday. I'm not going to really go fully into what happened, but just briefly speak on it to get the point across to what I'm trying to talk about. So like last night I was out and about or whatever, and then, got pulled over by cops or whatnot. And the situation, it was pretty much looking bad as far as like I thought it was gonna be like it was going to like end badly, whatever, as far as just bad in the situation in general. So, while I was looking bad, I'm just like, the whole time in my mind, like as I'm dealing with the cops and everything, just in my head, just constantly like, saying the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, like, calling on the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, asking to be delivered out of the situation. And then, I ended up getting delivered out of the situation at the end of the whole scenario. But afterwards, I was just, of course, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, praising Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and being thankful that I got delivered out of that situation. But it was more of a faith booster for me because it just shows that when you got calling on that name and actually putting your trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, having faith that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver you when you need in certain situations. Like the scriptures say, calling on that name. I'm gonna go down that one too. But the name is important, man. It's like it's very important. All right, and believing when you call on a name as well. All right, because like the situation could have been bad, but I just kept on like kept cool and then just kept on praying to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to deliver me out the situation, and then at the end of the scenario, I was good, and nothing ended up happening, and it was all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ultimately, because it could have been real bad. So the first scripture I'm gonna get is 1 Corinthians 10:13. And it says, "There have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." And that's exactly what happened, all right? And what happens, it says, with such as common to man with the temptation, everybody, is normal to get pulled over, but whenever you do get pulled over, you don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Regardless, if you get pulled over for nothing, and I got pulled over pretty much for some BS because there was no legit reason why I got pulled over because I questioned them. So, but like in general, you never know how it can when you're dealing with Esau. So that you gotta always, keep that in mind when you're dealing, especially with a cop. And it's nighttime, ain't nobody else out there but y'all. So it'll be your word against theirs. So but Yahweh is faithful, man. Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. All right, and like it says at the end of it, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, and that's exactly what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai did. All right, I thought it was just gonna be all bad from how they was, cops try to just talk like make you scared from how they talk or whatever, but I wasn't buying the BS they was talking. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gave me a way to escape out of that situation, and then Jake did it, and then Jake was in the clear. All right, and that's what happened, man. But it happened all through the spirit. I was like just really like zoned in, calling on the name in my mind, just like literally the whole time, just calling on the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in my head until I got out of the situation. That's all I was thinking about in my head. Like, man, like I don't write to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai deliver me out of the situation. Like just constantly praying, and the Lord, heard my prayer. And it reminded me of Proverbs 18:10. That was the first scripture that came to my mind after this situation, and the one in 1 Corinthians. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right. So the name of the Lord is a strong defense, man, because that's a big key as far as getting delivered. All right. Because when all hell is breaking loose, These people gonna be calling on who? All right, Yeshua, uh, Jehovah, all right, Christ, all these other names. They're not going to be calling on the real name, the true name, and the only name, all right, that holds power, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. They're not going to be calling on the true name, and the Lord's not dealing with them at the same time. So these people are not going to, like, the names is very important, man. All right. You can't just be calling on whatever. Because if, let's say if I was in the same situation I was in, I'm just praising it, I'm praying to Chezzy, calling on the name of Christ and or Jehovah, a different wicked name. Who knows how that could have ended, really? But I called on the right name, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and I had faith as I was calling on the name and actually, believing, like putting my, like the scriptures say, cast your burdens upon the Lord. I was putting my burdens upon the Lord because, like, this is a situation that's out of my power. I can't do anything to deliver myself out of a cop's hands because they can just make up some bullshit and do whatever. So I'm putting my burdens on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, calling on the Lord's name, man, and having faith as I was doing so. All right. Like the scriptures say, when you ask for things, ask without wavering, man. So I was like confident that I was being confident, but and humble at the same time, calling on the name, believing that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai would hear me and deliver me out of that situation. All right. And this is the last one I'm gonna end it on. Slot. Trying to find it. It's Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. And that's exactly what I was doing, man. Calling upon the Lord, man. And the Lord heard me calling. I had faith and I was believing that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai would get me out of this. And I kept praying to that name constantly. All right. And like the scriptures say right here that I just read, who did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. And if you're doing righteousness in the spirit, man, or trying to be right in the spirit, doing what you need to do, all right, and having that faith, believing, always constantly believing it and praying, all right, praying without ceasing, like the scriptures say, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai isn't going to not be there for you, all right? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very, very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. And that time of affliction is like around the corner, man. Jacob's trouble. And the only thing that we're going to be able to call on for help is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that name is very important, man. All right, things that we go through now before Jacob's trouble are just like faith boosters and things confirming in the spirit that the name is important, man. And that's been confirmed plenty of times. All right, I'm pretty sure brothers can give lots of stories of how when they called on the Lord in certain situations, they was delivered, but they was praying to that name constantly. All right, and having faith while they did so. So that's very important, man. The name of the Lord is very important, and that situation yesterday just made me want to just do a video on it because it's like it's just like it just further like confirmed it for me, man. It's like more of a booster for me, a faith booster, because it's like any situation you could be in, it can that good or bad, you gotta like call on the name of the Lord, man. Not just only when you're doing bad, but just praying to the Lord also when you're doing good, being thankful. All right. So with that, that was just the main point for the story. I know I didn't really go into detail about it, but yeah, I didn't really want to put that out there. So it's just at the end of the day, the moral of the story is that calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is very important. All right, and the name matters, like the scriptures say. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and that's the strong tower that's going to help keep defend us in that time of Jacob's trouble. That's around the corner, as you can see, man. World War III could pop off any day. All right, race war shit happening. You got like that dude in Fresno recently that went on a shooting spree allegedly. All right, these all these random like these so far allegedly two random Jakes going on shooting sprees, killing sprees, and they're all just like brothers speaking. They're gonna try to link this back to us. All right, so we can clearly see things getting set up for the time of Jacob's trouble, and the only thing that we're gonna be able to, the only way we're gonna be able to get saved is through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that's why the name is important, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders, and shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.